beauties, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I am going to discuss my story with you guys. A lot of you guys don't know my story, so I'm going to tell you guys what made me become a hairstylist and discuss my move from Milwaukee to Nevada. And if this is something that you guys are interested in, then make sure you stay tuned and keep watching. But first, before I start this video, I want to make sure you guys go and subscribe right now. Are you subscribing? I'll wait. All right, you subscribed yet? Have you hit that button yet? Yes, have you? Okay. All right, I gave y'all enough time, so hopefully y'all are subscribed. And if you are not, then shame on you. Be subscribed, be a part of the family. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, then make sure you also like it, because when you guys like my videos, you guys know it gets the algorithm, you know, to pushing my videos more. So I need y'all help. I need y'all to like my videos if you like it, okay? But yeah, if you guys are interested in hearing my story, then stay tuned and keep watching. So first thing, guys, I started off as a hairstylist when I was about 10 years old. I enjoyed doing hair. I used to do relaxers on my baby dolls. I used to braid people hair. My mom was the one that taught me how to do braids when I was a young girl, and I just always stuck with it and did braids and stuff like that for family and friends. And then I got to a point where I was charging, and I was literally charging $20 a head, like $20, $25, something like that, depending on what you was getting done. I think I was charging like box braids were like 50 bucks or something super low. But I was charging like crackhead prices back then. I was real low. But anywho, you know, I always did hair, and throughout the years, hair was always something I did as a side hustle. All of my jobs that I had, I was doing hair. I used to be a hairstylist for years, and I would work like 12 hours at the pharmacy and then come home and do people's head. So like, I always did hair. I would do hair at the house. I would do hair at people's house. It was mainly, a lot of my clients were cousins or you know, family and friends. And then it was also like friends of my family. And then people that I work with too, I would have, you know, I would let them know that I did hair, and I would do their hair either at my house or their house. So I always did hair. It was a side hustle for me. But so throughout the process of doing hair, child, I had a lot of dead end jobs. I did a lot of dead end jobs. I actually worked at Rocky Rococo's too, which if you're from the Midwest, you know what Rocky Rococo's is. It's like a pizza place, and I worked there not long, honey, but I did work there. And I was just doing all sorts of little in and out jobs. I had eventually went back to school, and I had went to school for nursing. And like my mom and people was telling me like, what you in school for nursing for? Like, you don't even like, you know, blood, and you know, you are a squirmy person. You don't even like to see people sick, and you don't like to see certain things, you know. A lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but mainly like my family, my parents mainly, and like my husband would tell me like, what are you doing this for? You don't, this is not what you really like to do. I had started doing nursing back when I had just 2 kids, and it was just me and my 2 kids at the time. And it was something that I had decided to do to try to build up my career and figure out what I wanted to do in life, because I had reached a point where I did not know what I wanted to do. So I was like, I've been doing all these dead end jobs, let me go to nursing school. And when me and my husband got back together, I was still in school, and he was just like, you're not passionate about this, you don't seem like you're interested in doing, you know, nursing, and every time you get off of work or school, you come and doing somebody hair. Why don't you go to school for cosmetology? So when he told me about going to school for cosmetology, I was like, is he crazy? Because why would I go to school for cosmetology when hairstylists, I felt at that time, didn't make no money like that, probably because I was charging so low. And I thought it was saturated, and I'm just like, I ain't gonna make no money. Why would I go to school for that? So one day when I went to school, my husband literally had drew up a whole entire like he had a whole board where he was just discussing every aspect of being a hairstylist and what they make and what type of things that I can do and how long is schooling and all this stuff. And so when he couldn't wait to tell me, he literally called me while I was on my break and was like, I want to talk to you about something when you get home, you know, come straight home after you get done or whatever. And I'm like, all right. So we on the phone. I mean, I get to the house and he like, I've done some research on being a hairstylist. And he was like, I'm going to tell you right now, you got to take a seat. He was like, because hairstylists, they make a lot of money. And he was like, you know, you could charge this and you could charge that and all that. And he like discussing with me how the schooling and stuff go. And so I was like, I don't know. I was still kind of skeptical because I was like, really, I don't know if this is something that I wanted to do, you know, full time, because it was always something I did on the side. So I didn't know if I really wanted to do it full time, but he was just like, you know, you should really consider it. And he was like, well, I actually looked into this school called Paul Mitchell, because I went to Paul Mitchell in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's where I'm from, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where actually my school was in Waukesha. It's like a little county in Wisconsin, but he was just like, let's call and book your appointment so you can at least hear them out and see what they have to say, you know. And he was just like really like motivating me to just like at least step out there and just see, you know what I'm saying, even if it's something I did not consider, at least see what they had to say. So I was like, let me sleep on it. So I slept on it. The next day he still didn't let up. He had his morning joe, his morning coffee, and he was like, you think about what we talked about yesterday? And I'm like, dude, are you serious? He was like, no, I'm dead serious. He was like, because I mean, Jessica, you do hair all the time. Why won't you just do it full time? And so I was like, man, let me see what they talking about. So he was like, well, why don't you do full time? And I'm like, hold up. I'm not doing full time because I have a job still that I'm full time and I'm only in school part time for nursing. And he was like, okay, well, how about you quit working, you quit school, what you're doing right now, and I'll take care of all the bills, I'll take care of everything, and you can just focus on school and do that full time for a year, because schooling at the time for cosmetology was only a year if you did full time. So I was like, no, I can't depend on nobody. You know, me and my husband, we were newlyweds, and I was like, no, I was a single parent before for my oldest two daughters. And I had ran my household. You know, I was able to take care of me and my kids financially by myself. So when me and my husband got married, I was just like, I can't expect for you to have the bulk of everything on you and I'm not financially providing anything. So I was like, no, I can't do this. So he was just like, seriously, you know, I'll take care of everything and you can just focus on school, just go to beauty school, whatever, I got it. So after he said that, I was like, well, let me see what they're talking about first and then I'll see. So we had went into the school to go and, you know, I had set up an interview with the school and went in, or a tour with the school, and went in for a tour. And it was just something about the vibes that I had got in the school, like the feeling that I got, I felt like I was like at home. And I felt so welcome and it was so warming. And maybe we got in the car, and after, you know, doing a tour and everything, I was like, you know what? I think I will go to school. And maybe I will do it full time. I've never, at this point, I had never in my life jumped out on faith, okay? I had never took drastic steps in my life. Everything I had ever done in my life was always comfortable and secure enough to take care of me and my daughters. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just go ahead and do it. If it fails, oh well, what's the worst that can happen? You know, I just move on it with my life and continue what I've been doing, whatever, you know. So he was like, all right, cool, you know, whatever. So I decided to do full time. I went through with school, and I graduated. Throughout that year, we had been talking about moving from Wisconsin to Nevada. And once I had started school, I was just like, okay, now that I'm in school, we have to wait till I finish and then we can move over to Vegas. So we had been preparing to move all throughout the time I was in school. And once I left school, I had went we literally, after I graduated from school, a week later, I had moved right to Nevada. I had never ever lived anywhere else but Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So it was super new to me. I had just finished cosmetology school. And it was my first time ever like taking such a huge leap. Like literally, y'all, when I tell y'all we left and we kind of left nothing. I mean, we kind of didn't take anything with us. We literally didn't take a whole lot. We had packed our car up with maybe some clothes and, you know, like some our personal items that we really wanted and certain little things that we wanted to take with us. We had packed it in our car, had our car shipped to Nevada, and then we all of the stuff that was left in our house, all of our furniture, everything, we just gave it away. We didn't charge nobody for nothing. We just gave it away and was like, just take it. You know, to family, friends, whoever that wanted it. We just let them come in and take it. And we moved to Vegas and started our life over out here in Nevada. But it was new to me, and coming out here, being a hairstylist, and had never been a hairstylist besides being a kitchen stylist. So I'm like a professional stylist at this point. I was scared and excited at the same time. And I was scared because I was walking into a whole new world that I had never knew nothing about, and just stepping out on faith, something that I never, like I said, I've never done before. And just stepping into a whole new world was so new for me. And I was really scared and excited, like I said. But after living here in Nevada, I ended up getting me working at this like salon that was on the strip. And it was funny because when I was in beauty school, I used to always say, well, I'm gonna work on the strip, I'm gonna give me a salon, or I'm gonna be at a salon on the strip and all this. And it just seemed so glamorous, you know. But after I had worked on the strip, I was like, yeah, no, this ain't for me. And so that salon I ended up leaving, and kind of, you know, working at a few salons before I got to where I'm at now. And I love it where I'm at now because it's more of my own. I'm still building up my clientele, but I am way more financially stable than what I was when I first started as a hairstylist. I literally, my first year, I think I made like around $10,000 my first year. Like my first year was sad. When my husband was telling me about going to beauty school, I had looked up the cost of, you know, what a hairstylist make, or the price of what a hairstylist make. And it said like $20,000 was like the starting rate or whatever. And when I had finished off my first year and realized I only had made like $10,000, I was like, what the hell? So I'm making less than what they had online. They had on Google $20,000. So I'm really not making nothing. Like, I mean, $20,000 ain't a whole lot, but $10,000 really ain't nothing. And that's how much I made my first year. And I was like, man, I think I'm gonna quit. I ain't making no money. This is not enough to even take care of nothing. Like, I can't do anything with $10,000 a year. So I just kept going, and right now I'm financially, I'm in a really good position financially. My clientele is really good right now. But yeah, you know, if I had to quit and decided that it wasn't for me or whatever, first of all, I wouldn't even be a hairstylist had I not stepped out on faith. That's the first thing. I took that first step. But secondly, if I hadn't decided to keep going, even though that first year was so terrible, I wouldn't be where I am today and where I'm planning on going. You know what I'm saying? So don't allow anything to stop y'all from pursuing y'all dreams or pursuing things that you feel is for you. If it's for you, it's for you. Like, don't allow anything to step in the way of that. You know what I'm saying? And I almost kind of stood in the way of my own blessing. You know, don't be that person. Don't step in the way of your own blessing. And I do that a lot to myself. I'm trying to handle that. But, you know, to sum it all up, I almost talked myself out of my blessings. Like, I almost talked myself out of it. That's why it's important to make that first step. Don't talk yourself out of it. That first step is all you need. Don't be so afraid of failure. If you're so afraid of failure, then you're not living. You know, you're going to have to fail a few times, and I'm still failing, and I'm okay with that. Failure is the key to success. It's okay to fail. It's okay. None of us are perfect, and we all are going to have some failures in life, and that's how you're able to align yourself properly in the future. That's how you learn from your mistakes, is by having failures. So failures are important. You want failures. So the future for my business and my brand, Just Marie, I plan on working on a lot more things. I have products coming. I have so much stuff coming for Just Marie and Just Marie hair collection and everything. I'm just working. Just know that, okay, y'all? I'm working. I got a lot coming, and I just want y'all to be tuned in. I want y'all to go on this journey with me, embark on this journey. But I plan on stepping into a new adventure in my business, in my career, and I'm gonna conquer all of those goals that I have and all of those things that, you know, I'm fearful of. You know, and though it scares me, I am going to go all in and do what it takes to take my business to the next level. I do have hair classes coming. I do plan on having those as well. For those of you that are interested in those microlink classes, don't forget to comment down below so I can get you a part of the email list. So that way you guys can be informed once I introduce that class. But I'm just working on so much. I got so much in store for you guys, and you know, just know that it's gonna get better from here. That's it. Just know that, guys. That's all y'all need to know. But in the end result, guys, just know that you are more capable of what you give yourself credit for. You are able to conquer anything. And honestly, when people used to say, how cliche it may sound when people say you can do anything you set your mind to, or you know, anything is possible, I truly feel like anything truly is possible. But we set up all these limitations where we can't achieve and do certain things in life. So remove those barriers, remove those shackles, and just go full force. You know what I'm saying? Just go full throttle with whatever it is that you are interested in achieving. Even though you feel like there's barriers there that's stopping you and all of these unforeseen things that might stand in the way, the only person that is standing in the way of your success is you. Truly you. So don't allow yourself to stand in your own blessing and stand in your own way. You know what I'm saying? We got a problem. A lot of us got an issue with doing that a lot to ourselves. So just find a way to overcome all of those obstacles, and whatever it is you face with in life, just know that anything that you set your mind to, you truly can do. Like seriously, truly can do. You know, a lot of times in life, we believe in our heart of hearts that we aren't deserving of better, or we aren't deserving of certain things. So we are the ones that are actually standing in the way of our own success. You know what I'm saying? It's just that easy. It really is just that easy. And I know people can say like, oh, easy for you, or easy for you to say you never had this happen to you. But everybody has a story. Whether it's your story or not, everybody has a story, and everybody feel like their story is enough for them to feel like they had something standing in the way. And honestly, I'm here to tell y'all, there is nothing in the way. It's all in your head. It's all in your mind. You are in the way. That's who in the way. But that's it for this video. I just want to close out with that little bit right there. But I hope that you guys were able to get something from this video. I hope that this video was a blessing to you in some way. My goal, honestly, is to be able to help other women and to be able to be a blessing to somebody else. So if you guys are interested in seeing a video on my setup, how I set up, what tools and things that I am using now, then leave that down below. Any future videos you guys want to see, leave that down below. So that is it for this video, guys. Just know you got this. You got this, sis or bro, whatever it is, whoever is watching my video, you got this. Stop standing in your own way and just achieve it, okay? Just do it, okay?